Hello viewers, in today's video I'm going to discuss the concept of average weekly income as introduced for CRB applicants. Okay, let's explore the topic. This is my second video on the topic of CRB. In the first video I explained key differences between the CERB and CRB. The theme of this video is average weekly income. As most of you know that the Canada Recovery Benefit or CRB has introduced the concept of average weekly income to determine if the applicant qualifies for CRB for each 2-week payment period. This average weekly income must be calculated for each eligibility period, comprising 2 weeks and then compared with either your 2019 or 2020 or last 12 months average weekly income earned. If the average weekly income for the relevant eligibility period is less than 50% of the average weekly income earned in either 2019 or 2020 or last 12 months, then you qualify for CRB. If your average weekly income is 50% or more, then you do not qualify for CRB. I may add that the concept of average weekly income earned in 2019 or 2020 or past 12 months has implications that I will explain in my third video on this topic. For now, we focus on calculation of average weekly income earned during each eligibility period. Let us explore with 3 examples how these calculations work. Example 1. Suppose Mr. A has earned a total income of $31,200 in 2019 from employment and self-employment. In this case, the average weekly income earned in 2019 will be calculated as follows. $31,200 divided by 52 weeks in a year is equal to $600 average weekly income. Half of this income will be $600 divided by 2, that is $300. Now suppose that for the first eligibility period, Mr. A has earned $500 in the 2 weeks period. In this case, the average weekly income will be $500 divided by 2, that is $250. Since average weekly income of $250 for the eligibility period is less than $300 of average weekly income earned in 2019, therefore Mr. A qualifies to apply for CRB. Example 2. Now suppose that for the second 2-week eligibility period, Mr. A has earned an income of $600. In this case, the average weekly income will be $600 divided by 2, that is $300 per week. Since average weekly income of $300 for the second eligibility period is exactly equal to 50% of average weekly income earned in 2019, that is 300 is equal to 300. So Mr. A does not qualify for CRB in this second period. Example 3. We move further and assume that in the third eligibility period of 2 weeks, Mr. A has earned a total income of $450. In this situation, the average weekly income will be $450 divided by 2, that is $225. Since average weekly income of $225 for the third eligibility period is less than 50% of average weekly income of $300 earned in 2019, therefore Mr. A qualifies for CRB in this period. Point to remember. The point to remember is that calculation of average weekly income is obligatory before you apply for CRB under each eligibility period, as I have demonstrated that if your average weekly income is variable, you must be careful to determine if you qualify for CRB in each eligibility period. This may be a slightly tricky issue for some CRB applicants. However, there is no escape from this drill if you want to be sure that you do not have to repay the CRB payment received based on wrong calculation on your part. Supporting documents. Finally, you should also remember that the CRA may ask you to provide supporting documents and calculations at the time when you file your 2020 and 2021 personal income taxes. So it is prudent to keep proper record of all your business incomes and expenses to demonstrate that you qualified for all those CRB eligibility periods against which you received CRB income support. I hope you enjoyed the content of this video. For future updates, please stay tuned by subscribing to our channel and pressing the bell icon. Thank you for watching.